So here we are talking about Chelsea's centennial year. It's 100 years. Big functions coming up, and this is a brand new year, 2011. We'll be talking to Barry Peatling about Chelsea's, what they're going to do this year. And hello Barry, how you going?
Hey Colt, how you viewers out there?
Just running through
Chelsea viewers, I beg your
well, viewers everywhere, but just run us through a few of the players that are going to go on the ground this year, 2011, and see how Chelsea's going to go. Chrissy Warner,
he played on Saturday in the practice game. It was a bit of a quiet first half, but he started taking a few marks in the second half. He's going to be a gun, mate. He looks very fit and kick another bag of goals this year for sure.
Scott McLeod.
Scotty McLeod, I've seen him. He's looks $1 million. He got a crook shoulder last year, but he actually playing the practice game. He fired up. Most of the fellas on this side this year are the fittest they've ever been.
Yeah.
He's going to be a star.
What about good old faithful Anthony Lewis?
Anthony Lewis, he played his usual brilliant game, killed him on the weekend in the practice game. He's looking $1 million. He'll play forever, Anthony Lewis. Play forever.
Very good. Jackson Powell this year?
Jackson Powell, I told you last year, my little thing last year about Chelsea. I thought he'd get in the first 3 or 4, but it's very unusual for a first-year player to win the Special and Fairest of Chelsea Football Club, and he's won it. And he killed him again on Saturday, and he's going to have another good year.
Very good. Number 41.
Talker, my little star, one of my favourites. He's going to be one of the go-to players this year. He started to fire up again last year when he's getting the full game. He played it right on the weekend, and beautiful deliver of the ball, Colin. He's a go-to man.
What about Luke Stokes?
Luke Stokes, he started in the forward line. I've got a funny feeling they might be playing a bit top heavy at the moment. Stokes, Luke Damon and Chris Warner, but
too many big guys in the forward line.
Luke Stokes, he played very well a couple of years ago in at full-back, and I think he played all right on Saturday too. So yep. He'll be all right. He looks pretty fit too.
What about number 17?
Who's number 17?
Salem.
Oh, young Michael Salem. He's starting to really sort of got up a couple of cogs the last 2 years. He's a good defender. He's playing half-back flank. He'll be all right. He's getting better every game, mate.
Just take a bit of time. Anderson, number 40.
Adam Anderson, little star. He's only about 18 or 19. He played all right on Saturday too. He's come from the outer range the last 2 years. He's going to be a player. Okay.
What about Harrison?
Steve Harrison, he looked $1 million on Saturday. He's as fit as ever. He's had a lot of injuries last year, but he's one of the go-to players. So he's one of the stars Chelsea's going to have this year.
What about Carmody?
Nigel Carmody looks fit too. I mean, they all look fit, but he looked all right on Saturday too. I mean, they kicked bad in that practice game last Saturday, but he looked all right too. He's going right, Carmody.
Okay, very good. Well, what about Jack Gaze? That's a familiar name.
Jack Gaze, I reckon he's grown the foot from last year. I remember I said to you last year he's going to be a star in the future, and I couldn't believe he's playing the rec column.
He was in the under-18s not so long ago, wasn't he?
He was full forward last year, kicked about 50 goals, but he's playing the rec on Saturday, and he's going to be all right.
Number 26, David Biaggi.
David Biaggi had a very serious illness a couple of years ago. A couple of seasons ago. No one thought he'd ever survive, let alone play football again, but he played in the second on Saturday. He played fantastic. He'll be all right. He'll be pushing up in the seniors.
What about Rory Gregg?
Rory Gregg, he's gone up another couple of cogs this year too. He's in the ruck. He's played very well. Him and Jack Gaines have been alternating in the ruck, and I think Rory Gregg will be a player again this year.
Bobby Lancaster?
Bush is back. He's a little star, this fellow, one of my favourites from a few years ago. He's been away for a couple of years. He's been around Hampton Park and the Piercedale, I'm not sure whatever it was, but he's back and he looks $1 million. He'll be pushing up in the seniors too.
What about Ryan Stewart?
Well, I saw him on Saturday. He walked around with a limp, and I think he might have a bit of an injury, but I hope he's. Look, Ryan Stewart, I told you last year, actually was captain on the first half of the game on Saturday, so he's got his right due because he's a very good leader. I hope his knee's all right.
Jason Clark?
Jason Clark, he's a big tall fella. He played in seconds on Saturday. He was going all right too. I think he'll be pushing up the seniors. They're going to have a lot of depth this year, Colin, especially in the big department, big man department.
You're feeling pretty hopeful.
Oh, I reckon they're going to be. Try to finish in the top 3 this year. I'll be very disappointed.
What about Langers?
Langers, he missed a bit of pre-season apparently. I was talking to Cap Chapel on Saturday afternoon. He said, I said, what's he doing in the second year? He missed a bit of pre-season, but he'll be up when the season starts.
Okay. What about Daniel Unsworth?
Very good defender. He didn't play on Saturday. I don't know what's wrong with him. I hope he's not injured, but he's a very good backman. Plays very tall and he's about 6'1", but he's a very good football. Hope he's all right for this weekend.
And how reliable is Nissa Abdullah?
He's a bit underrated, that fella. He plays in half-back flank. He's a very straight-ahead player. He can play the game. He's got no fear, and very good team man he is.
So I hope you haven't missed anyone out there, but let's have a look at some of the new recruits for this year. Luke Damon,
he's been a gun the last 10 years in that, what was it Peatling he played for? I think it was Peatling. He's been one of the in-the-league players the last 4 or 5 years. He just looks a bit over, might be carrying a little bit of weight at the moment, but he's a good player. He'll be a very big asset to Chelsea this year.
I think that was Shane Maggs and Tim Robertson. They were Peatling, were they?
Yeah, I think they might have been 2, Colin. You're pretty right there. I think there's 3 of them come over with Chappell. Because Chappell, he was coaching Peatling a couple of years ago, I think, and
he's a new coach. What do you think of Jason
Chappell? Look, he was a champion footballer. I told him many times, Colin, that when I picked that team of the decade, he was in that side, and he's a little bit left field, but he's got.
You reckon he can spark them up?
Oh, he's got them all sparked up. I tell you, he doesn't mind speaking his mind either, but he doesn't talk bullshit. He's straight up, and he'll make a very good coach.
Just finally, Nathan Johnston, number 42.
Yeah, number 42. He's a big unit, but I think he looks a little bit unprepared at the moment. He might be. I think he's a big man. I think he probably could be one of the spare ruckman, I'd say. But at the moment, I see him on Saturday. He looks all right.
Well, that's pretty much it. What do you think the hopes are this year, 2011, for Chelsea? Seagulls
this year, I seen him about 3 or 4 weeks ago training, and I tell you what, he's got this route. He's got his own routines of training, Chaplin. He's got his own. I really think that it's the best I've seen on the best side I've seen for a long time on this pre-season and the last, especially on Saturday. I think they will be. If they're not in the top 3 columns, I'll be very disappointed.
Okay. Oh, there we go. There's your prediction for the year.
Well, sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes, mostly I'm right, Colin. But I do think they're going to have a very good season. The supporters get out there.
And who's going to be a standout player this year?
Well, Powley, Louis, and Harrow, and all them guns, and Scotty McLeod. But they've got about, Colin, they've really got about 8 or 9 stars in that side. I mean, that's what you need in this competition, because if you've got the depth in this MPL competition, you're 3/4 of the way there.
All right. Well, that's goodbye from me.
Well, it's goodbye from me, and stick on the Chelsea Seagulls, you supporters out there.